pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed. We are not machines, we are human beings. Join the atom effect. Join the movement. This is the atom effect. Achieve things out of mind. If you are hearing this, you are the resistance, and you are not alone. There are pockets of atoms spread throughout the planet. We are going against the function. The divisive tactics that they use to pit us against each other will be exposed.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurting inside. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are in the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe it.
It took me 10 years to learn this, but I will teach it to you in 1 minute. 1, life waits for nobody. Get up every day and keep pushing through no matter what. 2, make sure you take good care of yourself. If something happens to you, the world will move on and you will fall behind. 3, if you don't work to build your dream life, someone will hire you to build theirs. 4, work in silence. Celebrate in private. People love to ruin things. 5, don't regret your past. Just learn from it and move on. 6, no one cares. Work harder to become better each day. 7, ignore advice from anyone who doesn't live the life you want to live. 8, rule over your emotions. A calm mind can handle any situation. 9, if you find someone better than you, don't hate. Ask them for advice and cooperate with them. 10, you're truly at peace with yourself when you mind your own business.
What's the deal? What's the Damn, your nigga stupid, dummy, bitch. I'm a dart, pressing on that gas, puffing past like a motorsport. Jimmy boy, dove up in that water, now you swimming, boy. Hit a fort, let them know how you coming, boy. Let them know how I'm coming, I ain't playing, nigga. Shoot your ass from outer space, like it's point blank range. 10K a sniper, no affiliations to the gang. But I bang, I rep DT on my fucking team. New way, bitch, I lucid dream. No surfboard, I got a tree. Ride my wood like grind on T, she give me top and damage, slide like Hollywood. Tweaking, got me geeking, zombie walking, I'm just creeping. Jimmy riding around with Billy, by to get a 3 with Cindy. Letty looking jealous, but she left me, so it's for that chick. No, I don't love that bitch. You could suck up all my kids, but I ain't giving you no chips. You ain't help me build my shit, you ain't stay down while I did. So don't be asking for a tip, and don't be acting like you did. I'm a dork, you ain't loyal, you a stork. Jimmy boy, dove up in that water, now you swimming, boy. Hit a fort, you a dork, dove up in that water, now you fishing, boy. Can't keep a stork, that's a boy, she's a boy. Jimmy boy, you a dork, she ain't loyal, she a stork. Dove up in that water, now I'm dripping, boy. She's a stork, that's a boy, can't keep a boy. She ain't loyal, she a stork. Dove up in that water, now I'm dripping, boy. Smoking cookies on a boat, yeah, that shit's a whore. Getting pussy, I'm the GOAT, gotta making noise, I'm a pimp. Gotta bouncing on my cane, yeah, she getting coins. Gotta doing math, yeah, she give me brains, yeah, that's thinking smart. Creaming on my dick like I'm popping tart. At 'em, back at 'em like I'm black. On the track, I'm on go, racing cars, bouncing fast, running past, that's a point. Getting money through the math, smoke a joint, Jimmy smoke that joint, Jimmy smoke that joint. Dove up in that water, now you swimming, boy. Hit a fort, you a dart. Dove up in that water, now you fishing, boy. Can't keep a stork, that's a boy, she's a boy. Jimmy boy, you a dart, she ain't loyal, she a stork. Dove up in that water, now I'm dripping, boy. She's a stork, that's a boy, can't keep a boy. She ain't loyal, she a stork. Dove up in that water, now I'm dripping, boy. She a stork. Dove dove up in that water, now I'm dripping, boy. Niggas talking about that drip, bitch, I'm drowning in that water. This a game and I'ma quit. Got lil' mommy munching on my chips. She said, Poppy, me no sip. You gon' sip, then I'm cruising in that thing with my whip. Then I zip, I'm like sit, got the 3 on my back. I'm like boom, make it back. I'm like green, make it stack. With a cheese, I'm a rap. I'm like dream, that's my team. Couldn't sleep in the streets. Had a scheme, had a steal. I'm a thief in the night. I just gleam off that white. I don't hoop, now I shoot. Jimmy, what's the deal? Dove up in that water, see my bus was short. Belly hits the 1. I'm like, God, don't cut it short. Seen them blues like that dude that you knew. Jimmy, boy, you slipping, boy. Almost time to go. I don't wanna go. I ain't even get the raise to me, boy. Yeah.
Is this thing on? Is this thing on? Hello. Shout out to you if you tuned in, man. If you tuned in, you are the resistance. You are the core. This is the Blac Pill podcast. Let's get it. We in the building, man. Y'all know what it is. Shout out to everybody that find their way to my page. We trying to get this money. Shout out to the ladies, man. Ladies, are you in here? Shout out to the women.
Hello.
Shout out to the women. Shout out to my ninjas everywhere. Y'all know what it is.
My nigga.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. We are here. Hold on. Let me pull myself up. What up, everybody? Yes, sir. Why do we look empty? Oh, I know why. Hold on. One second. Man, y'all follow me on my platforms, man. Y'all know what it is. Like I said, we in here, man. Answer the poll in the chat. We in here. Today, I mean, isn't it Pride Month? I believe it's Pride Month or something. It's Pride Month. I'm here to tell you, we are here and we are not queer, okay? Shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. The LGBTQIA plus. We respect the community only because we understand that black people were forced to be sexually androgynous. If you know what it is, you know what it is. Don't get mad at me. I forgot my Bible. Damn, my Bible's over there. Well, next time. Anyways, I'm gonna use my favorite Bible scripture. The quote of today is, and this is for the men. Shout out to the men who find their way to my page. Gentlemen, what it is. But my favorite line is, favorite line is, iron sharpens iron. So gentlemen, when y'all see me do this, like I said, find a way to make me better. I do this to make you guys better. Let's get it. My bad, I accidentally pressed Snapchat on my computer. How did that even happen? I don't know.
What the hell, boy?
But yeah, man. Like I said, shout out to the Alphabet Boys and Girls. It's Pride Month. We got a bunch of shit to show you guys. Y'all know what it is. Today's episode is about Brittany Renner saying she and Kevin Gates divorced after 52 days of marriage. Ninja.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Ninja. Shout out to Kevin Gates. Shout out to KG. And one time for Brittany Renner. I ain't gonna lie. Well, first off, it's the holy day. It's Sunday today. It's a holy day. So I'm not gonna be too explicit, but I ain't gonna lie. On the bottom left, I ain't gonna lie, bro. Brittany look right, bro. She look right. Anyways, y'all know what it is, man. We streaming on 4 platforms. Facebook, I don't know. We gonna figure out Facebook. I'm gonna reach out to one of their representatives. Hopefully it's not taken over by AI already. But yeah, we streaming on Facebook, Rumble, Twitch, and YouTube. Yes, sir. And shout out to YouTube and Rumble. Shout out to YouTube. Let us know what it is, man. Do you think Brittany really changed spiritually, or was it for the gram? Tell us what you think. And the 2 choices are: change is a process, give it time. And the second choice is she's still the same as Cap. So y'all figure out what y'all want to say to that. Past that, I'll give my personal interpretation in a little bit. Anyways, we got some things to cover today. Let's get it going before tomorrow, which is the start of the work week. For you guys who don't know, I work 7 days a week. So if you like what I'm doing, man, donate to your boy. I ain't gonna do this. It's crazy because we do this in Texas. When I seen them ninjas doing this, I was like, yo, these ninjas is demonic out here. I was like, but where I stay in Austin. One time for Austin. Shout out to Austin. First off, Let me also say this disclaimer too. Two disclaimers. One, this is for entertainment purposes only. This is just social commentary. If anything, I'm a comedian. Consider me a comedian. I'm a streamer, rapper, comedian. Two, you weirdos that be on the internet, don't pull up on me in real life. I say I'm a square and all that. Shout out to the squares. Shout out to the square. Do not pull up on me in real life, bro. I am a square that is about that action, bro. Don't pull up on me, bro. Don't pull up on me trying to make an example. I'm just letting you know now, because I don't play that. I don't play with people because I've been harmed before, okay? I've been traumatized. People have hurt me. Yes, sir. I've been beaten up. I've been robbed on a number of occasions. I done beat up people. I'm not going to say I rob people because I'm a square, right? We're going to put that out there. But like I say, don't try and do it to me, bro. I'm not the one, bro. I'm the type of ninja that's going to step about whatever I have to step about. And then I'll tell the police, hey, I did this because I felt like my life was threatened. So don't pull up on me. Now, if you pull up on me and you say, hey, what's up? I'm cool. I'm cool. Like I said, I done been through a lot of shit. I'm cool. I done met real deal gangbangers out here in these streets. I'm telling y'all, I give y'all examples. And you'll be like, oh my God, these people are famous. And I met them in real life and they was cool. I'm the same way. I'm cool, except they're gangbanging and I'm not. I'm cool. Be cool. We cool. Past that, all that weird shit. Don't do that weird shit with me. But yeah, like I said, man, we got a good show for you guys today. Yeah, let's get into it. We got a lot to cover. But yeah, don't pull up on me, bro. Yeah, what I was saying though, I was saying I'm in Austin, and what else? Where was I going with that? I'm in Austin. I forgot where I was going with that. God said it wasn't important. Just know I'm in Austin. Don't pull up on me. Please don't pull up on me. I should have never even disclosed my location. We got Erica Banks, left Arena 29 with a bag after her one night only stage tour. I ain't know what to press. Shout out to Erica Banks. Let's see if there's any music in the background.
What's up? It's your girl Erica Banks. I just clocked out at Area 29. Y'all see what the fuck is going on. If y'all wasn't here, y'all missed the motherfucking movie. And I cannot wait to do it again.
Shout out to her for making the money.
It's a strip club. Hey, looking for
oh, no. Sorry, no music. I guess people came to see her do stuff. On a Sunday. They posting this on a Sunday. Yeah, God, it's time for God to come down, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
It's time for God to come down. Yeah, man, it's time for God to come down. Anyways, let's continue. Shout out to her though. We got an Adam experience. Let's see what's popping off on the net. First things first, I don't know who this content creator is, but shout out to this content creator. Oh, I guess his name is I'm Mr. Let Go. And he says Cardi B crashes out on Offset for calling her a blah, 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 blah. All right, so basically what he's saying is, why are men making excuses for Offset? Offset was on and he chose Cardi B. Let's hear what he has to say on a Sunday. Let's get it.
Offset was on and he chose Cardi B. Cardi B had...
Oh, my bad, y'all. I almost forgot. All right, so I just remember why I said the thing that I said about Austin. All right, so look, I was saying that, and I know that sounded crazy. I know y'all niggas looking at me like...
What the hell, boy?
I had a lot to drink last night, man. I was drinking last night. I ain't gonna lie to you. I had me a little bottle, bro, and I'm all over the place, bro. I'm sorry. It was hot, and it's hot today, bro. The weather's like 102 right now, if not 110. But yeah, I was saying like ninjas is doing this, and then I didn't know until I pulled up that UT, which is they school, you know, they big about UT out here, which is University of Texas at Austin. So UT is the Longhorns. So they be doing that for the Longhorns, and then they be doing that for Texas. I was like, bro, all these ninjas is demonic out here at first. I was confused, bro. I was confused. That's what I wanted to say. All right, let's continue. I hate when that happens, bro. I hate when that happens. Here we go.
Been around everybody rich and famous before she put out a song, and none of them f***ed with her. That nigga did. That nigga put his career on the line, put his management contract on the line, lost his friends, lost his rap group. He lost everything. Then was running around here getting into it with all the niggas his wife used to fuck.
And that's unfortunately what he said is facts right there, because I remember these things, because, you know, ninjas getting their feelings, ninjas get their panties in the water because men act like the new women now. So all the ninjas that she used to deal with was sitting there posting her like, yeah, I remember, I know what it is, I remember when you used to be with me. I don't know, you ninjas are weird to me, bro. You ninjas act like hoes out here in these streets. But besides the point, yeah, so he was getting into it with people. If you actually know Offset's story, I pay attention to Offset. I like his music. Now, you know, it's Pride Month, so let me throw in that pause.
But what the hell, boy?
Not like that. Not like that. What I meant was I like his music. I like Red Room and shit like that. I like they flow. I've been fucking with, well, excuse my French, I've been effing with the Migos since I was a youngin'. So shout out to the Migos. Rest in peace to Takeoff. Rest in peace to Takeoff. So yeah, I understand what they're saying right here. Let's continue.
Then he still made her his wife and had kids with her.
Somebody that y'all are taking up for, and y'all are looking at Cardi B as this terrible person. But Cardi B, she's just like Jada Pinkett. She's just like Remy Ma. These women are birds.
Hey, he said that, not me, bro. Mind you, I didn't watch these videos. I don't watch these videos. Like I said, this is in real time, people. I remember somebody said, you know, we did an episode on Halle Bailey, right? And she said that DDG was embellishing certain information. You know, somebody had the gall to say, shout out to this lady right here, Professor, whatever your name is. I read the comments. You know, she said, oh, you know, I realized this video, maybe she was just trolling. She said, I realized this video wasn't for me when this guy said, I don't know what embellish means. And I'm sitting here like,
But what the hell, boy?
I'm sitting here like, I made the title of my video. You mean to tell me I made a title? I mean, I'm just like, you guys must think I'm a dummy. But hey, I'd rather you guys think I'm stupid than smart, because that's the world we live in as a black man. And I'm saying this to the ninjas that look like me. If you're too smart, they want to silence you. So it's better to play stupid. Play like you don't know. And I'm sure you guys can all empathize with me when you go to your jobs and people get mad at you for trying to push the bar and be the best person at the job. Then they try and make you do minimalizing work and boring shit. Let's continue.
But these dudes marry birds and then turn around and get victimized when the birds start acting like birds. She was literally a stripper in a strip club, and not only stripping, but selling ass. She said it herself. But not only was she a stripper, she was robbing people. You remember this video?
Now shout out to Cardi B and her goons. Don't come for me, bro. Do not come for me, bro. I did not say this information. They said it. I didn't say it. Please don't try and come and attack me, bro. I have nothing to do with this.
Jaden Crane.
And like I said, the main thing, you know, the black pill, smoke, mirrors, truth. Take the black pill and see for yourself. Always remember, guys, I don't show you this because, you know, I'm trying to throw the women under the bus and stuff. I'm just saying these are teachable moments that you can use to help you navigate through your own life. You got to be careful. You got to watch through the pitfalls. And one of our pitfalls as men is women, because there's a lot of time we may like women that may or may not be necessarily good for us. You got to be mindful. Yeah, you can have fun with certain girls. Certain girls are for fun. Certain girls are long term. Certain girls are wifey material. Certain girls are wise. Like I said, you just got to figure it out. Now, I'm not saying that specifically about Cardi B. I'm saying in a general sense. I don't necessarily care about what Cardi B got going on. Shout out to Offset, because that's his wife. And like I said, one thing I tell y'all, and I speak from experience, don't mess with married women, okay? Don't mess with married women. Don't do it. I know you ninjas want to. I know you feel like, you know, whatever, you know, it's easy pickings because, you know, they trying to be faithful to their ninja. Bro, don't do it, bro. Don't do it, bro. Because if that ninja off you, bro, nobody's going to feel bad for you, bro. And you had it coming, okay? Let's continue.
And this cornball married her. But he's the victim though, right? He chose a whore and married her. How is that the whore's fault? If I go on a corner somewhere and pick up a prostitute and have a baby with her and marry her, and she turns around and does the same things that she was doing before I married her, how is that her fault? Are y'all?
Hey. That was some good logic. But yeah, and that's why, gentlemen, it's hard, but you gotta kind of know. You gotta know, like, if you're trying to be serious with a girl, now, like I said, there's different strokes for different folks. Me personally, if I'm serious with a girl, I need to know about her past. That's just me, right? Now, I don't have to know specifics, but I need to know certain shit. And the reason why I say this is because I've been with women that have been gang affiliated. I've been with women who have been in jail. I've been with different kinds of women. I've been with women who have been lawyers. I've been with women who have been doctors. I know that's crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? Oh man, but in all seriousness, I don't like to put my business out there. If I'm lying, I'm flying. In the future, when this shit blow up, they probably post me with them, and then you guys will see what I'm talking about. I've been with a stripper before. Well, she's a stripper now. Let me just say that. She's a stripper now. She wasn't a stripper with me. But when we was younger, and I ain't gonna say her name in case she watched the show, we follow each other. Shout out to you. I see what you do. But yeah, when we was younger, so like I said, quick backstory for Black Adam. I'm telling you, I lived a different life, bro. When we was in college, and I remember we was in college, I used to tell her, I was like, yeah, I want to be a rapper and shit. I started making music. And she told me, she was like, yeah, I want to be a stripper. And we both smart. So we both graduated early. So we both sitting there in college, like we graduated early. And I'm like, yeah, you know, you don't really need to be a stripper. And she was like, yeah, you don't need to be a rapper either. Look at you and look at me. And I was like, damn, that was some bars. I ain't know what to say. So, I mean, yeah, bro, it is what it is, bro. Different strokes to different folks. And that's why I say Black Adam looks at things, and I hate to refer to myself in the third person because I'm not a narcissist, but that's why I look at things a bit different in comparison to other people because that's my life experience where I've seen these things. And that's why I tell you, teachable moments, people. But yeah, so yeah, I gotta know a woman's past because I don't want, we gonna just be rolling through the streets. Next thing you know, niggas pull up on us like, oh, you with my girl. And I'm like,
But what the hell, boy?
and next thing you know, she had a tattoo on her of her ex ninja, and you sitting there like, and they came to do your ass in, and then they came to do your ass in. Here we go.
Y'all gonna turn around and take up for me and say, well, she should be grateful for what you did for her, Mr. Lego. You married a whore. No, I ain't married a whore. Do you easily see the similarities between Will Smith, Offset, and Papoose? All three men did the same exact mess with the same exact type of women, and all three women did all three men the exact same way. All
right, well, I don't say in excruciating detail, not the exact same way, right?
But what the hell, man?
Not the exact same way, but I get your point, brother. I get your point. Yeah, gentlemen, like I say, y'all got to be mindful of what y'all do out here and who you with. Excuse me, that's the coffee. You got to be mindful of what you're doing, who you with, and the girls that you entertain. Because please believe me, if you're out in these streets or if you're doing whatever you're doing, women look at you the same way, and women hold you to a standard. So I suggest you hold them to a standard. Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Yeah, so be mindful. And I'm saying I do that with everybody, bro. Whoever I entertain, people in general, I make sure that I know what's going on because I don't know who you entertaining. Like I said, we done came from a place where it's people I know that's in the penitentiary right now. It's people I know that done did crazy shit like for example, I mean, I could use this example because people, my people back home know him, like rest in peace to Dave, because we was talking about this the other day. So like, we know this dude that got off by another dude that we went to school. We all went to the same school, and come to find out something happened. And long story short, I don't want to say too much because niggas get their panties in a wad. But long story short, the dude, and I don't know the full story, but from what I heard, word on the street was the dude got mad at the other dude and he was jealous of the other dude, the one that he off. So then he ended up just offing him.
But what the hell, boy?
Crazy shit. Not even funny, bro. Crazy. So that's why I say you got to be mindful of the company you keep, bro. That's everybody in general. All right, like I said, it's Pride Month. Y'all know what it is, man. Answer that poll in the chat. It's Pride Month. We got these two ninjas. Shout out to Lance Stevenson. Is his name Lance Stevenson? Shout out to Michael Beasley and Lance Stevenson. I think it's Lance Stevenson. So they had their game. And I believe Lance lost. I don't know if he won or lost. I believe he lost. But since it's Pride Month, we're gonna show you guys some gay stuff. Please, viewer discretion is advised. Here we go.
You understand, nigga? I can't wait to get you out there, nigga. I'm gonna be looking at your back, nigga.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey,
yeah, nigga. I'm gonna make you shake ass, nigga.
Never.
But what the hell, boy?
Yeah, bro, that's why I'm telling you, be mindful of the company you keep. Shout out to Newer. Shout out to Newer. Newer said, do you think Kevin is really a Muslim? He speaks a lot about voodoo/witchcraft he's into. I honestly don't know. It's tough because religion is very, there's a difference between religion and then spirituality, right? Let's start there. So I personally don't know if he is actually Muslim. A lot of time, like it's tough, bro, because like I said, especially when it comes to the case of the black community, I feel like sometimes a lot of them ninjas become Muslim so they can like use that as an excuse for their past ways of acting. Now, don't get me wrong, right? Don't get me wrong, and don't get mad at me for saying that. Like I said, that's just the writing on the wall. When it comes to the whole spirituality thing, it's tough because, for example, like even me, I was raised Catholic. I was raised Catholic, and even Catholicism is a form of Christianity. But even then, like when it comes from my heritage, I know I'm Black Adam, born and raised in Miami-Dade. Shout out to Miami. You feel me? But clearly I have African in my blood, and then my dad is of Haitian descent, and I believe he's of Haitian and African descent. That's why I came out the way I came out. So with that being said, even when it comes to Catholicism, like I said, I'm an intellectual, so I read. A lot of Haitian people and African people use voodoo. They practice voodoo through Catholicism. So they use the different, what are they called? the different I can't remember what it's called, not criteria. I don't know why that's not in my head. That's why you don't drink, people. They use the different saints. They use the saints, right? They use the saints to represent different pieces of voodoo, or I'm saying pieces of voodoo, but it's not pieces of voodoo. Basically to represent different voodoo gods, right? And then even then, in the case of voodoo, some people look at it as demonic, some people look at it as not demonic. It's tough. So I don't really know. More of the story is I don't really know. I'm just like, I'm trying to figure out, are they doing it for the gram or are they not doing it for the gram? Because yeah, he says he's Muslim. Okay, cool. So is he actually practicing it out loud? Do you see him showing it off? And that's the whole thing. When it comes to people who are in the public light, you don't really know what's going on. And that's why I say it's the same thing with Brittany Renner. We don't really know what's going on. It's like, okay, is she really changed or she's not changed? Because she just said in the interview, and we're going to get to that in the main event. You know, this is part of the show. I go through these videos and stuff, and shout out to everybody that find their way to my page. You know, she said that she was happy with this ninja. Come 52 days later, now she talking about we just divorced. So I'm just saying here like,
But what the hell, boy?
There you go, Santeria. Yeah, so Santeria, if you guys know Santeria. So that's the thing too. That's what I'm saying, where it becomes the whole thing, even with the African people. And shout out to Black Madam. Black Madam's actually African, if you guys didn't know. So yeah, it's like so look, see, even you said the Santeria, right? And then even then, what is it? In the African religion, I forgot what it's called, where they basically have to like sacrifice to their dead. I forget what it's called, but they say Beyonce practices that religion. They said Michael B. Jordan practices the religion. So that's the whole thing. Me personally, right? I studied philosophy when I was in school. So we studied religion as well. I studied epistemology. It was the study of what is real and how do we know it. So between all the philosophers like Descartes, you know, Kantian logic, and Kantian is like Immanuel Kant, or Immanuel Kant, if y'all say it like that. I don't know. It's tough. Like me personally, I learned in school that nothing unreal exists. So everything comes from somewhere, right? You can't just make anything off the top of your head. So personally, I think all these things are related. I think we lost our way a long time ago as humans. Like we found a way, then we lost it, found a way and lost it. They say basically society builds up, like civilizations build up and then they fall. So I think that's what happened. There you go. It's called Ifa. It's Yoruba. Yes, exactly. So I've researched these things just to understand a little bit more of it. So that's why I only know general knowledge. I don't know specifics like too deep into it. Right? I don't know specifics like that. I just researched because it was just interesting to me. I don't know. I like weird shit like that. I'm a nerd. Shout out to the nerds, bro. I like weird shit, so I don't know. Yeah, I don't know, but yeah, Ifa. But yeah, let's continue the show. You guys stay for the main event. Like I said, we're gonna discuss it in the main event, and we'll go into deep, excruciating details. Here we go. Like I said, it's Pride Month right now, and I'm not part of the LGBTQIA plus community, but we recognize them, so we have to put the gay stuff on for the gay people. Shout out to the gay people. Shout out to the gay people. Here we go.
You understand, nigga? I can't wait to get you out there, nigga. I'm gonna be looking at your back, nigga.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, nigga.
Hey,
yeah, nigga. I'm gonna make you shake ass, nigga.
Never.
Ain't bringing no condom. I'm gonna do it to you, nigga.
Hey.
Do it to you.
This ninja said, I ain't bringing no condom. I'm finna do it to you. Ninja. Hey, bro. Y'all niggas is wild out here in these streets, bro.
Hey.
I'm gonna do it to you real sexy, nigga.
Ooh, I love
And he
it.
said, hey, shout out to the gay people. Y'all know y'all like that kind of ish, bro. Y'all know y'all like that kind of ish, bro. Look, and then look. Why this ninja smiling like that, bro? Come on, bro.
But what the hell, boy?
Y'all niggas weird, bro. Y'all niggas weird out here in these streets.
Ooh.
Oh. Yo. Same, brother. Hey. Same, brother. Same. These niggas wilding out here. Let's continue, bro. Let's continue. Hey, we got a couple things to discuss. Like I said, before we get to the main event, normally I would have those kind of conversations during the main event, but it's all good. Like I said, y'all watch the show, man. Anyways, teachable moments, bro. Teachable moments. We have this gentleman right here on Pop the Balloon. I don't really do the Pop the Balloon kind of ish, but we gonna do it right here. So supposedly this man is 88 years old and he's too short for her. Here we go.
He's just short. I mean, you look handsome. For 88, yes. Just not my type. Well, I like men about 6'3", 6'.
6'3", people. And the reason why I showed that little piece right there is just to show you guys that, hey man, if y'all waiting on these girls to change, these women are never going to change. She is however old she is, and she's still waiting on a man who's 6'3" to come find her. Shout out to the women.
Hello.
Shout out to the ladies, bro. Now, if y'all niggas want to do that, that's you. My advice to you is to find a girl that rock with you the way you want her to rock with you, or let her find you. It's better if she finds you because she's actually going to want to take care of you. Facts. That's facts, people. That's facts. Teachable moments, and I'm dropping gems. That's facts on a Sunday. Let's continue. All right, so we got this ninja right here before we get into some Law and Order. We got this ninja, and this ninja a bad one. Normally we do sports Saturdays or sports Sundays. We didn't do it this month or this week, but yeah, this ninja gonna be bad if this ninja make it to the league. So we have the first ever ambidextrous QB making it to the show. I don't know his name, but here we go.
This is the first ever ambidextrous quarterback. And Lamar Jackson said he's going to be the first overall pick in the NFL draft one day. This kid's only a junior in high school, and he's making throws that Patrick Mahomes and Josh Allen could never make.
And this proof, I'm telling y'all, I mean, he probably not the first one, don't get me wrong, but first off, shout out to this youngin'. Shout out to this youngin'. Right? This is proof that we are evolving as people. And I mean, it's just sports, but I'm saying he's probably not the first person to do it, but it is a big deal if he makes it to the league because they got to create a whole new playbook now for a dude that can go left and right so they can really confuse the defense. And they're probably going to build their defense around him. So let's see.
His name
I said defense. I said defense. I meant offense, people. But I'm saying also the opposing team is going to build their defense around him because he can go either way. But yeah, the offense, the team, his team is going to build the offense around him because they have to, because it's easier to get more touchdowns if this ninja can go left. If he can go right, they can always switch up the play in the middle. They can do special plays, and it's much easier.
Unique skill set might change the game of football forever. He's got offensive coordinators developing a new playbook to utilize his ambidextrous abilities. And
yes, sir,
defenses won't be able to stop it. He can beat you with the left or he could beat you with the right. He even had a college baseball coach tell him that he should quit football and become a switch pitcher instead. He has MLB potential. Mikey had a solid season last year. He won a district championship and he led his team to the semifinals. He had 2,600 yards for 25 touchdowns. Multiple colleges are looking at Mikey right now, including Mike Vick from Norfolk State. But some coaches don't think it's an advantage to be an ambidextrous quarterback. They say it's a useless skill. Let us know in the comments which college football team should offer him.
All right, I don't know what to tell y'all in the comments, but what I will tell y'all is he probably going to be a bad one if they looking at him already. And then quick bar, let me drop some quick bars. Guys, always remember, your skill is useless until somebody can find it to be useful. So a lot of times people look at stuff that you can do and be like, hey, I mean, how can you use that? Until it's determined to be useful, people are going to call it useless. But once you figure out how to work it and work your magic and make it work for you, people are going to see it as useful. So always keep that in mind, people. Always keep that in mind. All right, let's get into it, man. We are officially at Law and Order with Black Adam. Let's get it. Law and Order with Black Adam, people. Before we get to the main event, couple things. So first things first, this was happening yesterday. We have Donald Trump. Hold on, let me stop it. Donald Trump was to deploy 2,000 National Guard soldiers amid several ICE raids and protests in Los Angeles County. Ninja. So president, and shout out to the president. Y'all never see me come on here and disrespect the president. I don't care if we live in a free country. Shout out to the best country in the world, America the ugly. Oops, I mean beautiful. Y'all would never see me disrespect the president on live. I mean, this is BET, you know, Black Entertainment and Television. You dig? But you'll never see me do it because I ain't trying to get taken by ICE. But yeah, President Donald Trump's administration has announced that it will deploy 2,000 California National Guard troops. The move is in response to escalating protests in Los Angeles County following raids conducted by Immigration and Customs Enforcement, ICE authorities. The White House said in a statement that Trump had issued the order to address the lawlessness that has been allowed to fester in California. Democratic Governor Gavin Newsom objected to the move and said in a post on X that it was purposefully inflammatory and will only escalate tensions. Newsom added, "This is the wrong mission and it will erode public trust." Hey, public trust has been gone, but besides the point, let's see. Oh, hold on. Let me play here we go.
Breaking news, a car goes up in flames right in front of Dale's Donuts as protests in Paramount get out of control and spill into Compton.
Hold on, I'll make it bigger.
And tensions escalate, officers in riot gear firing tear gas at protesters who are pushing back on immigration raids.
Yep. The beginning of the end.
Then
the
people
beginning of the
throwing
end.
stuff and banging on Border Patrol cars as they pass through crowds.
Now, look, I want to say something, too. So I've had the conversation with my peers. You know, they're like, what do you think? And I'm like, personally, I'm minding my business. And I'm going to tell y'all why. The reason why I'm minding my business is because if I, as an American citizen, were to go to another country and act the same way, they would take my head, right? First off, they would take off my head. Let's start there. They would take off my head and put it on display for the world to see. Okay? That's my first reason. Shout out to all my Latino brothers and sisters. Yeah. They would take my head and put it on a platter for everybody to see. Secondly, you know, I always think like if the roles were switched based on the current state of society, and I'm seeing all these things, especially because I'm on the internet now a lot, so I am a bit biased. I'm not gonna say I'm racist. I'm not racist. I love all people. Look, black stands for Beethoven loved all colors, okay? Beethoven loved all colors. But I am prejudiced. So now when I see these things of black fatigue on the internet and all this weird mumble jumble, I'm sitting here like,
But what the hell, boy?
and I gotta walk through the streets worried about people having black fatigue. I'm like, okay, so if the roles are switched and people was taking me and rounding me up, would people stand for me? And that's the $1 million question, right? And because I don't know the answer to that question for now, I must mind my business. But shout out to my Latino brothers and sisters. My advice to you guys is to speak some English, bro. Okay, and I'm not saying that to be funny. I know I have dark humor on here, but I'm being real. And stay out the way, bro. Mind your business and do what you got to do. Past that, I'm not an emotional person like that because when I used to put my emotions into play, people would look at me like I was tripping. So y'all not gonna see me get emotional on here like, oh my God. No, bro. No, I'm saying like logically, what can you do logically? Let's continue. And let us know what you think in the comments. Here we go.
Meanwhile, another crowd tries to block a U.S. Marshal Service bus. Federal law enforcement officers used tear gas and flashbangs to clear away the crowd. Tonight, U.S. Attorney Bill Saley says federal agents arrested over a dozen people who impeded agents. Let's get right to KCAL News reporter Zach Boetto live.
Hey, man, history's just repeating itself, bro. History's repeating itself. Nothing new under the sun. Nothing to see here. Past that, hey, man, be careful if you out there in Cali, bro. If you ain't a citizen, bro, good luck, bro. We gonna pray for you, dog. We gonna pray for you. It ain't really much we could do. Shout out to the people that voted for President DJT. We gotta show them some love. In other news, we have Zoe Spencer. For those of you who don't remember, we discussed Zoe Spencer. We did an episode on her about Streamer University. She discussed where she stands with Kai Cenat after Streamer University denial. She said we'll definitely reconnect. So first we'll go backwards in time and start here. This was her getting emotional and crying about the fact that she got denied. Here we go.
About not getting in. And I hope that people don't think I'm some pussy like, oh, this bitch mad because she didn't get in. And
nah, baby.
It's not that.
Nah, baby. What it is, baby, is when you talk like a, hey, look, ladies, shout out to the women. Women, are you in here? Shout out to the ladies.
Hello.
Now, I've been with ghetto girls, right? I ain't gonna lie to you. I've been with some ghetto girls. I've been with some ghetto hoes, okay? But besides the point, yeah, ladies, it's just a whole thing. Like when you, like you can't, like you just can't, you can't, like, there was this thing back in the day, shout out to the old heads. I'm not really an old head, but I was raised by older people, so I know. It was this thing back in the day called being ladylike. So when you talk the way you talk on the net and people looking at that, and I know you playing a character or a caricature of a person, right? You're an internet personality. We get it. But when you talk, like when you're not ladylike, it's hard for people to like you as a woman when you're not being ladylike. Now, I'm not telling you, you know, because, you know, it's Pride Month. Hey, everybody identity, you know, they gender identity, LGBTQI, whatever. Okay, cool. But you can't talk like they say cussing is like a man's thing. Now, I know women cuss and all that. Please don't try and attack me. I get it. Okay. But I'm saying you can't come on here being vulgar and expect people to want to deal with you. Now, like I always say, you a streamer, so I get it. You feel me? I be vulgar on here too. I done turned up. They got clips of me crashing out on ninjas, you know, who don't like what I have to say, but I'm a man, so it's expected for me to be vulgar. You know, they got this whole thing in society now. Shout out to the Western civilization of the world. You know, they got this whole thing. They got this whole thing where men are dangerous. You know, men, it's always a man. 98% of the time it's a man. And then on top of that, when it comes to the black man,
but what the hell, boy?
you know how they get about black men. So like I said, if I come out and crash out, it's normal for me to be vulgar because they're like, hey, you know, it's the usual suspects, right? That's what they be saying on the net. It's the usual suspect. Now, whereas if you do it and then you pretty, so, you know, you're not ugly, you're a pretty girl. So when you do that as a pretty girl, we just looking at you like,
but what the hell, boy?
And we like, this girl is tripping. Here we go.
That it feels so like it's when it feels personal. You know, like it's when you want to hurt somebody or you just try. Like it's different when it's like,
shout out to Lil Baby,
it's
man.
like handpicked and
man, but look, this is what I'm saying. Look, what the hell was that noise? I don't know what that noise was. Something made a noise. It scared me. What was that?
But what the hell, boy?
I'm confused, bro. You know, you got to watch the stream. So I'm watching the stream while I'm doing the stream, while you guys are watching the stream. Something just made a noise in the computer, bro. I got no clue what it is. Hopefully it's nothing bad. I know the stream's still good, but we gonna continue. What I was saying, yeah, bro. I mean, we know it's handpicked. Hey, man, shout out to Kai Sanat. What it is, brother. Salute, brother. Like I said, bro, y'all can't be affected, bro. Like, first off, nepotism is a real thing. Life is unfair. Like, what do you want me to say? How do I say that better? Life is unfair. It is what it is. Talk shit, swallow spit. I don't know what to tell you. Life is unfair. It's just the way the game goes. Unfortunately, the game is rigged. If you didn't know that, look, let me give you game. I remember I went to Las Vegas. Shout out to one of my exes. We went to Las Vegas, right? Not to bring up my ex. We went to Las Vegas way back when, right? We had some money. We went to Vegas. So when I went to Vegas, I had goals in my mouth. I got my goals, you know, goals in my mouth. I got chains, nice clothes, came in, right? I was thinking about this morning, and not per se the whole being with her. I'm saying like the whole Vegas thing. I'm like, damn. Cause I'm like, bro, am I that lucky? I'm like, nah, bro. Coincidences don't happen. So when we went to Vegas, within the first 20, 30 minutes, I hit the jackpot, right? I hit the jackpot for some bread. I'm talking about like, I'm thinking like maybe like 5 bands, right? So imagine first we just touched down. We in that hole. We just put our stuff up. You know, I say, yeah, I'm gonna get some money. I'm gonna go gamble, right? In 15 minutes, I shit you not, I just pop up. You know, I hit the jackpot. Everybody looking at me because the thing going crazy. I'm still trying to figure out how to use the machine. I'm sitting here like, bruh. I'm like, yo, so you just pull the crank? How do you do this? Cause it's probably like my first time in Vegas, like without my people. So I'm like, bro, I don't even know how to do this. So this when I'm grown. So I'm like, okay, I'm like 21 to 22 at the time. I'm like, bro, so how do I make this thing work? So I'm clicking the buttons and then boom, winner. I'm sitting here like,
but what the hell, boy?
And you know, everybody like, you won. I'm like, bro, what did I win? What did I win? And then it said 5 bands and I was like, so I'm thinking to myself, I'm like, bruh, today, I don't know why. I was thinking to myself, I'm like, why did I win that jackpot? Was I really that lucky or was it rigged for me to win? Was I supposed to win because I came in with goals and chains? And you know, they watching y'all on the cameras. When you pull up to the hotel, they watching you and shit. My bad, Vegas. I don't mean to expose the game. I be trying to tell them the game is sold but not told. But you know, they want me to expose some of the game, so I'm gonna expose some of the game. So I'm thinking now in my head, like, these ninjas probably let me win the jackpot. You know, at first, right? When I won the jackpot, they came to me. They thought I was not supposed to, like, they thought I was young. Like I wasn't supposed to be in the casinos and stuff. I was young, but I was over 21. So they thought they was finna take my ID and not give me the money. So I gave them my ID. You know, they checking my ID, making sure it's real and shit. I'm like, yeah, I'm actually my age. They're like, okay, they give me the money. Second thing, after that, I didn't win anymore. And I'm like, I think the whole setup was to try and take all my money. Give me a little bit. It's like giving you an inch so they could take a mile, or giving you like a worm on a string for a cat and make the cat follow the worm. That's how the game works. So when y'all sitting here crying about streamer university and all this shit, like, I mean, of course he's gonna probably put the people he knows on first. For example, shout out to Rich the Engineer. For those of you who don't know, Rich the Engineer is my brother. He wants to start content creation soon. We probably start doing the gaming shit, right? So it took me a year to get here, right? To get this here. It took a whole year. I gave that information, and this is why I tell y'all ninjas, when y'all ninjas say, oh, I should be giving this information out for free, I look at y'all ninjas like, y'all ninjas just cooked. I'm like, y'all ninjas are crazy. You're crazy for free. It took me a year to get here, and y'all talking about just go share, oh yeah, this what you do, this what you do. I'm like, bro, y'all gotta pay me for that, bro. But because Rich the Engineer is my brother, he gets that chance to have a year's worth of experience for the free. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to her, you're not his boys. I don't know if you think he's going to just give it to you for the free. He's probably not. Now, like I said, supposedly they had a bad interaction with each other, and we discussed that on one of our previous streams. That's not today's show. You guys can go find it. It's somewhere on my page. Here we go.
It's just so spiteful. That's how I feel. When I saw Zeddy up there, and Zeddy's not a streamer. Zeddy streams with me. And then he just, he streams with people when they call him. That's when I knew, like, damn.
Damn. Anywho, so fast forward, boom. That was in the past. Fast forward. She talks about where she stands with Kai Cenat after Streamer University denial, and she says we'll definitely reconnect. And let us know what y'all think in the comments before we get to the main event. Here we go.
Kai Cenat's relationship, like now, being that you guys recently went viral with the Streamer University, stuff like that. What are you guys' relationship like now?
Well, we've done content in the past, me and Kai. In the future, I'm hoping we can do more content.
Whoa. Hey, baby, talking to the mic, baby, talking to the mic. We can't hear you. We can't hear you. Talking to the mic.
Understood.
Doors open. Yeah. Doors open for that, yeah.
Would you guys collaborate, or if you were to do another university or another type of situation like that?
Pretty sure in the future we'll definitely reconnect when it comes to content.
Bro, they need to put me in Streamer University, bro. Shout out to her though. They need to put me up in that joint.
And doing something together again. So yeah.
For sure.
Two of the biggest ones in it. Can't ignore each other.
Hello, point blank period.
Let them know.
And what is you and
shout out to them for giving her some moral support, right? Some moral support. Hey man, like I said, with Offset and Stephon Diggs, man. Shout out to Set, bro. Whoever made this is terrible, bro. After this, we got two more. We got one about Ray J, and then we got something about the Alphabet Boys and Girls, the LGBTQ community, and we have to do that because it's Pride Month, and we're showing them that we are okay with them and their stuff. But yeah, bro, whoever made this is terrible, bro. Here we go. It says Stephon Diggs making sure he can lift Cardi. Here we go. All right, so it has music, so I'm not gonna play it. I told y'all this ninja, and then they got Offset. Damn. Y'all ninjas evil, bro. Yeah, so Offset is getting back into working out. Like I said, man, women are evil, bro. Shout out to the ladies. We love the ladies, but yeah, bro. This what Cardi B put Offset against. And that's why, gentlemen, you got to put yourself first. Bro, I heard the noise again, bro. What is that noise? I'm so scared. Let me see. What's going on here? What the hell? What's going on here? Bro, I heard the noise again. I'm so confused. Anyways, let's continue. That shit is uncomfortable. We got two more, and then we're gonna go into the main event. You guys keep answering the poll in the chat. So we got Ray J apologizing after claiming to have slept with Sexy Red. Telling you guys act like women now. Weird shit. I don't know. I don't lie on my pee-pee. They say lie on your dick. I don't lie on my dick, okay? I have to say it. Now, I know you're playing the content game or whatever, but I don't know. Ray J is apologizing to Sexy Red after claiming he slept with her. As previously mentioned, the One Wish singer went on his Twitch stream on Saturday night, June 7th, yesterday, and made the claim. He doubled down several times, claiming Ask Her and On the Dead Homies. After receiving much backlash, he's now apologizing and clarifying his claims. And that's why I tell you guys, question everything on the internet, because these people, boy, Here we go.
I want to apologize to Sexy Red because Sexy Red is one of my favorite artists. And
I'm just trying to figure out, is this really news? Because how is this ninja making this news? Like, what is going on with America, bro? That's why I told y'all, bro. Shout out to everybody that find their way to my page, bro. Bro, we are living in the Flashpoint paradox, bro. We are living in Black Mirror, if you will. This makes no sense. How is this on the news? I don't know if this is the news, though, but it looks like the news. How?
Sexy Red and I was on a plane. And
how,
we
bro?
were both flying somewhere. We randomly saw each other. She was sitting by me. She had her space. I had my space. She had her own blanket, her own pillow. I had my own blanket and my own pillow. And we had a long flight. And we both were tired, you know what I'm saying? So
I can't stand you ninjas anymore. These ninjas, boy.
You know.
All right, shut up. So this is where he said what he said. Here we go. Can't hear him, though.
Clip that all you want to, nigga. Empty the clip, nigga.
I can't stand you ninjas anymore.
Sexy Red, nigga. I slept with Sexy Red, nigga.
Oh, my God.
But what the hell, boy?
That's why I go hard at you ninjas, because I want you ninjas to be better, bro. We need to be better as men. I don't know what's going on anymore. And this is what I was trying to show you. Here we go.
I slept with Sexy Red, nigga. Stop playing with me, nigga.
But what the hell, boy?
And clip that all you want to, nigga. Empty the clip, nigga. Sexy Red, nigga. I slept with Sexy Red, nigga. Ask her. That's on the dead homies, nigga.
I used to sing this ninja song, If I Had One Wish. I used to think this ninja was so cool back in the day when I was a youngin'. Now I'm just looking at this ninja like, yeah, that's part of getting older, guys. You get older, you look at these people like, boy.
But what the hell, boy?
I slept with her, nigga.
Really? Did you now? Look at you. Eyes low, looking like a fiend. And they got you thinking you look they got you thinking you look cool.
I mentioned in the DD trial what you thought it wasn't, nigga. Of course it did, nigga. What, you thought I wasn't that nigga? You thought I wasn't gonna be in there? My nigga.
Let me mind my business. He makes more money than me. Anyways, let's continue, man. Last thing we got for the alphabet boys and girls. Like I said, we play a video to 2 videos every day about the trans community or whatever, to bring awareness. Now, I have no dog in this fight. I don't personally give a shit, but they need to be seen. They say they need to be seen and heard and respected. This is a video that popped up on my feed. I don't know what this video is about. Viewer discretion is advised. Bear with me. I don't know. Here we go.
Why do you think that your generation has such an affinity for this gender identity ideology?
There are a lot of different reasons. Like, there have been some pretty massive.
Also, just so you guys know, the video is actually like that. No, the show's not lagging. The video's like that. Okay, you're fine. I gotta let people know sometimes. The video's a little funny looking. I don't know. I guess they recorded it like that. Here we go.
It's in parenting that kind of lean more towards like helicopter parenting. Whereas before, like, there was more of this norm of just sending your kids out to play, like, and come home when the streetlights come on. Like, my generation didn't experience that. In the old world, right? Like, you know, before my time, maybe in your time, kids actually had to come up with their own activities. They had to entertain themselves. They met up with other kids.
Now, I'm here to tell you, first off.
But what the hell, boy?
Now, there's some truth to what they're saying. I was raised different. Believe it or not, I'm actually Gen Z. Isn't that crazy? I found this out recently. But my parents raised me a certain way. Shout out to Papa Black and my stepmama. I'm not gonna say they did everything right, but they did their best, and their best was pretty damn good. So the way I was raised, first off, I was only allowed 4 hours of TV a day. Yeah. It was like that, bro. Secondly, I had to either read a book, go outside and play. If we stayed in the house too much and my dad seen me and my brother too much in the house, hey man, go outside, go do something. Go be in the yard. Go do something. Go look at the grass. We'd be like, man, what do we do? What do we do? Go do something. He would be like, go do something. Once I start taking the bus, done deal. I had a I had, it's not a basketball court. I ain't have a basketball court like I'm rich. But, you know, I asked my dad, I said, I want a basketball court for my birthday. So my dad did the damn thing. You feel me? We got some concrete and we made like a little kind of court with a hoop. We bought the hoop and we made the court. So shout out to Papa Blac for doing that. Big moment for me. I used to be there all day playing, all day. So, yeah, man, once I got on the bus, man, I'm going different places. I'm going to FIU. Shout out to FIU, Florida International University. Y'all always see me wear this. Y'all wonder why I'm wearing this shirt? Hold up. Let me show you. Y'all know why I wear this shirt? Now, this is not from FIU. This is not from FIU, but I am a Panther. Our what do you call it? Our mascot was a Panther. So when y'all hear me say I'm a Black Panther, there you go. It's deep. It's actually deep, people. I'm actually a Black Panther. Yes, sir. I would have been an owl, but I chose to be a Panther. Besides the point, yeah, man, I was going out. My dad said, y'all got to be outside. We had shit that we had to do. We wasn't sitting inside all day on a phone and stuff. Look, if y'all was to go on my Facebook, bro, I didn't even make my Facebook until I was in college, bro. All my friends had Facebook. I ain't even know how. Look, to this day, I'm still kind of confused. I have to actually take a course on how to use Facebook. I don't know how to use Facebook, bro, because my dad made sure to shelter me from the world. So when it comes to all this identity shit, I mean, I kind of have my identity. So I was raised a little different, but I understand and I can empathize with these people because unfortunately we're around the same age. Here we go. Or fortunately.
They would do risky stuff. They would fall off a tree and they would learn how to tolerate physical pain. They'd learn how to tolerate distress. Like there was imaginative play in the younger years that happened. But
yeah, look, I had an imaginary friend, and y'all, whoever watched Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends, I watched that show. I had an imaginary friend named Blue, and I think my parents thought I was tripping, and Blue was from Foster's Home for Imaginary Friends. It was like that, bro. Yeah. Blue was my favorite color and everything back in the day. Here we go.
When this is not happening, when you don't do it, when you're like 2, 3, 4, 5, you're missing out on all of those important skills of figuring out like how to interact with other people and how to figure out like who are you.
Like I said, guys, the video ain't tripping. It's just how they made it. So don't think the video's lagging. It's not lagging. That's just how they made it. Let's go.
Versus like these characters whose costumes you're putting on. So if kids aren't doing that and they're not playing these risky games where they could get hurt, yes, you may be saving them from a broken arm or a skinned knee, but what you are robbing from them fundamentally is the ability to like start to develop independence and really important skills. Naturally, a kid who has no social skills or very few social skills, like they're going to be pretty confused. They become totally secluded in these online forums. Kids really are not meant to be raised by a computer. This is just a perfect storm because of this massive shifts in parenting, shifts in technology, like our attitudes about child rearing going from kind of parent-led to being totally child-centered. So then the trans framework comes in, right? The claims of gender ideology, the claims that if you feel uncomfortable in your body, if you feel that your body is wrong, which basically every kid around puberty will feel, it means that it is therefore literally correct that your body is, in some metaphysical sense, wrong.
And I think what it comes down to personally is people are looking at themselves too much in the mirror, bro. That's what it is. And they feeling ugly, bro. They looking at themselves too much in the mirror, and I think they feeling ugly. I think that's what it is, bro. Y'all, because, you know, we got the social media, you know, we got the, what do they call? We got the filters, right? So boom, follow me, guys, follow me. So the issue with the filters is the fact that you see the filter, they got the pretty filters, and then they got the funny looking filters. And naturally, if you put that pretty filter on yourself, it's gonna look pretty. Am I right or am I right? It's gonna look pretty, right? So now the problem is everybody's sitting there putting a pretty filter on them, and then they go back to who they really look like, and they're like, I don't feel comfortable in my body. I'm just like, what the hell?
But what the hell?
Yeah. Also, yeah, anytime I'm like, bro, if I felt uncomfortable in my body, I'm thinking it's just like indigestion or something. I don't know. Let's continue.
And then what's the inroad to the trans framework, right? Discomfort around puberty. Gender nonconformity. You know, if you say you're trans, you are trans. So it's really easy to get in. What ends up happening is that this kid, they're miserable. They don't have life skills. It's hard for them to relate to other kids their own age. They feel like they're odd. And oftentimes they are odd. A lot of them have like neurodivergent traits. And if they're so high functional, they'll never get diagnosed with them. And this is a generation that needs diagnosis to understand.
All right, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's a lot, bro. All right. Shout out to the alphabet boys and girls. It's too much, bro. It's too much. I let you talk, though. All right, man. Main event time. Y'all answer that poll in the chat. Y'all know what it is. Let me see. Let's get to the main event. We're gonna be stuck talking forever. Let me see. And here we go. Let's get it. My bad, y'all. Took a little bit of time to get here, but y'all know what it is. This is the show, people. This is the show. I'm gonna get better at it. But this is the show. But like I said, man, answer that poll in the chat. Brittany Renner says she and Kevin Gates divorced after 52 days of marriage. I gave it 100%. Ninja. I told y'all. Every time I think about marriage, I see something like that, and I'm like, yeah, I changed my mind. Let me see here. Let's pull up Instagram. First things first, we have Kevin Gates discussing with Carisha something about something. Hold on. Because they say the old interview of Carisha and Kevin Gates resurfacing means Kevin Gates knew something about Diddy. And the first comment says, and you guys believe this ninja's a Muslim. Here we go.
So if we was together and I step out and I got fucked, like, you not tripping on
You're
me?
not gonna tell me?
Is I'm gonna tell you now.
You ain't gonna show me the video?
Now, it's just interesting. First off, it's interesting because of everything with Diddy. Everything with Diddy is so interesting that he said those particular words. But besides the point, here we go.
Hell no.
So I can look at that bitch with you and just my shit just rock up and I bust you up after I watch the video?
I don't even know. What do I press?
But what the hell?
On a Sunday, bro.
You just gonna go just get dick and not tell me?
I need more sounds, bro. Here we go.
So if we was together and I step out and I got fucked, like, you not tripping on me?
You're not gonna tell me?
Is I'm gonna tell you now.
So, shout out Noor. Noor was here earlier and he was like, he made a comment, do you think Kevin Gates is really Muslim? He speaks about a lot of voodoo/witchcraft he's into. And that's why I say spirituality is very fluid. And I don't know half the time these people saying this stuff to be cool or they trolling or what, bruh. I don't know. What I do know is that's wild. I had another video I wanted to show y'all. Hold on. Let me see. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Blah, blah, blah. Let me see if I can find it. Oh, is this it? Hold on. Let me see. Is this it?
Hey,
Nope, that wasn't it. That was from the other day. Hold on, guys. 1 second. I'm trying to find it. No. All right, so I can't find it. It's okay. It's fine. Let's continue. Like I said, yeah, when it comes to these people, bro, I don't know what's going on, bro. Here we go. Brittany Renner reveals that she's already divorced from Kevin Gates after being married for less than 2 months. Let's deep dive.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes.
But people want me to take these people's relationships serious. That's why I take a relationship serious if I'm with somebody, but you really got to show me you trying to be with me, bro, because this is the world we live in now, guys, and we have to evolve as men. Shout out to the men. I'm talking to the men right now. Ladies gonna do what they do. Ladies don't really listen to us as guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, if you didn't know, I'm telling you just to save you headache. Ladies, I got to expose some game. Gentlemen, I'm here to tell you, like, the women will listen to you, but the women do not give a shit what you have to say, okay? I'm telling you now, bro. Your wife don't care, bro. Yeah, and I haven't been married, but I've experienced what it's like to practically be married. Your wife don't care, bro. Like, if she's letting you talk to hear you talk, she's doing it just so you can feel heard. Is that what they say? That's just the truth, bro. They don't care, bro. They don't care. At the end of the day, a woman is going to do whatever she wants to do. My advice to you is to let her do what she wants to do. But yeah, so when it comes to these relationships now, gentlemen, we have to evolve. Women are evolving faster than us. We get stuck in this kind of, I call it the male ego. Shout out to the male ego if you got one. I've lost my male ego. I've lost my male ego trying to chase my dreams. And by chasing my dreams of trying to be a art. I mean, I'm an artist now, right? I can do it now, but I'm saying when I was trying to chase my dreams, I had to lose my ego because life humbled me chasing my dreams with no money. So because of that, I lost my male ego. Like, I have an ego, but it's not as big as how it used to be when I was a youngin'. Like, I used to be, they say I was cocky, arrogant, and conceited, and I was pushing the bar. I'm still pushing the bar now, but it's more humbled now. And that's the thing. We have this thing called our ego that convinces us of certain shit that may or may not be true. And it's like, bro, sometimes we got to kind of get our ego in check. So yeah, women are evolving, bro. Women are evolving, and we need to evolve as well. We need to understand that, hey, if women are moving like this, we need to move like this. Now, I'm gonna say this. I'm not a dating coach. I don't have the best philosophy. My philosophy is fluid as well. My philosophy is changing over time. I'm getting older. I'm young. I'm in my 20s. I'm in my mid to late 20s. You feel what I'm saying? So I'm not even that old, but I'm saying I have some common sense, and my common sense tells me we got to change the way we kind of frame relationships, because we have certain expectations. And I've said this to people in my inner circle. We have certain expectations that are unrealistic because we're held to a standard, and we're trying to hold women to the same standard when society has lied to us and told us that men and women are equal. Men and women are not equal, because if that was the case, if you did something and a woman did the exact same thing, the punishment would be the same. The punishment is never the same. Have you guys noticed? The punishment is never the same. The punishment is never the same. And I'm not saying that like I'm salty. I'm saying that so I can make my point or reinforce my point, which is this. We're holding women to a standard that we're holding ourselves to, and women are not holding themselves to the same standard that we're holding ourselves to. So we got to kind of change up our standards that we hold women to. Now, I'm not saying, you know, take some bullshit. Okay, first off, let me not. Yeah, I ain't saying that. I'm saying you got to kind of reframe how you look at this, because women look at it a certain way. So for example, like I said, women, there are some women, and this is what I always say, these are the terms we're governed by now, which is some, not all, or most, not some, or most, not all, whatever, right? So there are some women who look at it as, even if I'm dating you, we're not together unless I have a ring on my finger. I'm sure you've heard that before. You've heard that before, right? Okay. So if that's the case, that means that woman can go entertain other men, and you can't be mad even if you're dating her and spending money on her, because in her head, you're not together unless she has a ring. Are you guys following me? Are you following me? So if that's the case, you got to kind of look at it like, okay, so she's basically allowed to do whatever she wants to do. You got to look at it as if, okay, I'm allowed to do the same thing. And she may turn around and try and be like, oh, you know, how are you doing that? You know, you dating me and all this stuff, but she's doing the same thing. And that's where I say you got to kind of figure out the girl that you're with, and from there frame your standards for that woman. Is she teachable? Is she coachable? Is she willing to kind of work with me? If she's not willing to work with me, because at the end of the day, like I said, even when it comes to change, a woman's going to change only if she wants to change. I don't care what you say. I've done this, people. There's nothing you can say to make a girl change. You can try and fight with her. You can force her, all this kind of stuff. She is not going to change unless she wants to change. If she doesn't want to change, it's not going to happen. Here we go. And like I said, answer the poll in the chat, and that's the question. Do you think Brittany really changed spiritually, or was it for the gram? Tell us what you think. Answer the poll and tell us what you think in the comment section. 52 days, people. Let's continue.
But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam, where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because...
What is Islam?
What the hell, boy?
What is Islam? I've never heard of Islam a day in my life, bruh. Sister.
Then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation, because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with the...
Bruh, somebody tell me who the hell is Islam, bruh. Who's Islam? Who's Islam, bruh? I know of Islam. Shout out to Islam. Shout out to the Islamic people. Shout out to the Islamic people. Bro, who is Islam, bro? Yo, y'all go find Islam, bro. Put Islam in the chat, bro. Type Islam in the chat, bro.
This transition and, things changing. Honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world.
But what the hell, boy?
Gentlemen, you see why I'm not emotional? That's why. I mean, I might turn up. I might turn up on a ninja or whatever. But other than that, that's why I don't be following my heart and all that bullshit. That made no goddamn sense. Hold on, bro.
What the hell, boy?
Excuse me, bro. What the French people say? Excusez-moi. Excusez-moi. What did this girl just say, bro?
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant, because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing,
Right. But what the hell, boy?
Let's see if we can get more information. Let's go to TikTok. Shout out to TikTok. Y'all know how TikTok be stepping, bro. TikTok be stepping with all the info. TikTok be stepping with all the info. Let's see, but I don't know what to say in this situation. I'm a bit. What's the correct terminology? Flabbergasted, if you will. I'm a bit flabbergasted. Let me see. Brittany Renner, Kevin Gates, and we'll show you how she wanted to be with this ninja and all this kablooey. Here we go.
It ain't no.
Hold up. We got to show y'all the old footage. Hold up. Can we even find the old footage? They probably scrubbed all. Oh, here we go. This is her manifesting being with Kevin Gates. Here we go.
Everyone, my name is Brittany Renner.
Wait. Hold on 1 second, guys. I just got to show y'all this real quick. I ain't gonna lie, bro. This picture right here on the bottom left right there. Woo! Yeah, bro. Hey, that picture on the bottom left, I ain't gonna lie to you, bro. She could have my whole check, bro. She could have a check, bro. All right, let's continue. My bad. I had to get that off my chest, bro. I just something about it. Damn. I ain't gonna whack off to it though. So let's just, chill. Chill. But here we go.
And I'm here with the one and only Kevin Gates. How you feeling?
Look at this ninja.
Amazing. Hey, thank you. Hey, this I don't care if you get this on camera. I just want to say thank you for being an amazing person, always living in your truth.
And shout out to Misty. Misty said Kevin wasn't gonna put up with her. He has a whole woman named Drika who held him down. Shout out to Drika. I thought they weren't together. And we're gonna pull up the interview where she said, I forgot what she said. I gotta pull up the interview because I don't want to put out the wrong info. But let's continue.
You inspire others silently. They probably don't want to admit it, but you inspire me. Thank you so much.
And thank you. Let me tell you something. So my first Rolling Loud I did in 2019 is when I first saw you. Yeah. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings true. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Boy, she was saucing, boy. She was flirting, boy. Now, ladies, shout out to the women. Ladies, if you're watching, women are scared to approach men because men are big and strong or whatever. I don't know. I know men are scared to approach women because we're scared to get denied. Ladies, if you see a dude and you like a dude, this how you supposed to step to him, okay? Let me run that back. This how you supposed to step to him. Hold up.
In 2019 is when I first saw you. And you were actually, Will and I worked together, and you were the only person that I wanted to see the entire festival. And today in 2022, it still rings true. You were the only person I wanted to see.
Did you like what you saw?
I actually loved it. I actually love what I'm seeing now. Yeah.
Now that's how you step to a ninja. That's how you step to a brother. Shout out to Misty. Misty said they are still legally married. Drika has been with Kevin in high school before he was Kevin Gates. Hey, shout out to Drika. My whole thing is, if he's Muslim, is he not allowed to have multiple wives? Because he's Muslim, right? So in the Muslim religion or the Islamic religion, I think he's allowed to have multiple wives. And that's the whole thing. Shout out to the high school sweethearts who find their way to my page. Yeah, I don't know how y'all work those relationships out because I know it's tough to be with somebody for a long period of time, especially since high school. I mean, you guys love each other, but then, you get comfortable and all that stuff. I don't know. I don't know. Let's continue. And we're going to pull that up in a little bit.
All right, so what do I do? Do I wave? Do I smile? What's up, Chad?
Just be yourself, man. I give you a tour of the crib and stuff.
Come on, I'm ready.
Let's go this way, man. You know this.
Come on, you follow my.
Hold on, let me see. All right, so real quick, we got to go look this up. Shout out to Misty. Let's go do some deep diving research. We're going to do Drika, Kevin Gates. Let me see. Blah, 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 blah. All right, Drika Gates
now, there was a
speaks on her relationship status with Kevin Gates. She says she's rocking with him regardless of the Brittany Renner situation. Shout out to the down women like that. I need me a girl like that. Ladies, if I could have a woman that's loyal to me like that. Oh, what do they say on Instagram or they say on social media? May God present me with a woman that's like that. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, let's see though. Let's see what they talking about. Here we go.
When, you know, I didn't see you guys together a lot.
Life.
Okay. Life was lifing.
Life was lifing, and life's for everyone. You know?
Damn, shout out. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. Kevin pulling them though. Shout out to Drika. Kevin pulling them though. Yeah. Hey, Kev. All right, shout out to Kevin. I see that boy got game. He got game.
So I can put two and two together.
Yes.
But okay, so, but you got fans.
Life was fucking lifing. I swear. Like, that's really all it boils down to.
Did you take a break, like, from the traveling?
Yes, I no longer tour like that. I don't do that anymore. Okay. That is not something that I do. But at the end of the day, it's like my best friend. We've been together since we were babies. Like,
shout out to Misty. Misty said he can, but in the past when he had another girlfriend and Kevin admitted he couldn't keep up, you got to listen to the Drika song. All right, I'm gonna have to go do my research and listen to the song. Here we go.
We've literally been together for 20 years.
Wow,
that's
you see?
A lot.
That's a lot. See, look, that's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the high school sweethearts. That's a long time. That's a long ass time. Here we go.
You know what I'm saying? To be with someone, and you have to think that we're both coming into this relationship. We're both bringing our own shit into this relationship. So, to be honest with you, like the time when you guys weren't seeing us together, we're really just like working on ourselves. That's what I was doing. That's what he was doing. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, again, like, that's my best friend. So
now there was a moment when
shout out to Drika. I need me a girl like that. It says Kevin Gates says Drika doesn't argue. Let me see.
You guys fight? No, not really. Okay, Kevin has this thing. He's like, a person would be really pissed off with you. And I was like, why? He was like, because you don't fight back.
Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. No disrespect to Kevin. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. My boy got game, though. Hey, he pulling baddies, though. I ain't gonna lie. She's straight. I got a thing for brown-skinned women. I think it's just me. But, yeah, she's straight, though. She's straight.
He's like, because you don't argue. Like, I really don't argue with him. Like, I'm not about to argue with you.
Right.
Yeah.
Wait, that's so amazing. Because I will argue.
I know. And you know what's so funny, though? I feel like he genuinely likes that shit.
Right.
But that's not why I don't do it. I just don't argue.
Right.
Like, I don't have,
like, you don't want to.
Yeah. I'm not going there. You guys fight?
Yeah, that sounds like Black Madam. I be trying to argue. She just look at me like I'm stupid. Let me see. Kevin Gates talking about Drika in the past. Let me see.
Kevin Gates was talking about Drika on this part.
Say my fans will stop supporting me if they found out that we split everything.
Now, Misty, is this the song that you're referring to? Let me see. We're gonna stop it right there. Shout out to Kevin. And the reason why we gotta stop it is because I ain't trying to get copyrights on my ish. Let's get back to it. Yeah, I mean, so I guess he still is with the Drika girl, his wife. They're legally married based off of the information that has been told in the chat. My whole thing is, so for example, like with Offset and Cardi B, or like Papoose and Remy, like, so when we're seeing these things play out, what do we say about the situationships? Like, are the situationships, like, do we recognize them or do we not recognize them? Like, is it a case-by-case basis? Because in those situations, practically the same thing is happening, right? Well, except in this case, they're not with each other anymore, based off of what Brittany Renner said. But, yeah, I'm confused, bro. I'm confused. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm confused. Let me see. 1 second. Let me see. Here we go. And this is the full footage right here.
We got married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because...
Tell me who Islam is, bro. Who is Islam, bro? And that's my whole thing. I don't know if she really, like I said in the poll, that's why I put she's still the same as capping, because it's like, bro, one thing about it, bro, if you practice the religion, like, what do you call the religion? You call it Islamic, because it's Islam, bro. It's Islam, and I don't even practice the religion, and I know that, but let's continue.
Because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to like entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and, things changing, honestly, it's like, I don't think anybody...
and we got to show you where Brittany Renner came from. So it's about to get crazy up in here. Hold on. Brittany Renner, Charleston White. Let's show you where Brittany Renner has came from. We give her a pass because some people say in the chat, change is a process and give it time. Here is Brittany Renner in 2023. Now, things change. Like I said, we give people the grace of being able to change, but the change has to actually be real. Don't judge me. This is what she did. Here we go. Where do I start? Where do I start? Hold on. Let me see.
If I didn't understand him, he didn't understand me, we wouldn't understand each other.
Damn, baby, why you screaming, baby? Here we go.
What's irrelevant?
This is irrelevant. It is.
He wasn't disrespecting.
Oh, Lord have mercy. But let me tell you something. This is Charleston's people.
I know that.
And at the end of the day...
But do you know who he is?
Listen,
it's the chance.
Quiet. I'm not talking to you.
I want to let her finish.
Say, man, y'all.
Can I talk?
There is no disrespect.
Can I talk?
It's over. Let's.
Can I talk
Yeah,
over
let her talk.
you?
Yeah,
Because I ain't talking to you.
Yeah, let her talk. But now you, what are you disrespecting me for? I'm just trying to make peace in the room. That's all.
We don't need you to make peace. At the end of the day,
we do need me to make peace because I do want it to. I do want it to be a civil conversation, a good conversation.
Listen, be quiet. Be quiet.
But you're telling me to be quiet like I'm some little boy.
At the end of the
You know what I'm saying? I'm not a little boy.
Look, shout out to the women, man. Hey, ladies, I'm always gonna say this, ladies. Ladies, it's this thing that used to exist. The OGs put me onto it. It's called being ladylike. It's like, I get that y'all want to say y'all piece, but like the whole back and forth thing, I don't know. It's weird because at the same time, y'all be telling men, oh, if you talk back to a woman, you sassy. It's like, bro, you got to make up your mind, bro. It's like if you're asking for it, I don't know. Here we go.
I understand that, but I'm trying to make sure that everything is good. This ain't
all is truly well.
It is.
All is truly well. So I'm good, but at the end of the day,
it's all good. You hit me with a bottle of water, right? I felt like that.
All right, this. Finally. This is what I was trying to get to. All right, it's about to get explicit. I wasn't trying to listen to all that. I don't know what she was talking about, nor do I care. I was trying to show you guys Brittany Renner back in the day. Here we go.
It's all good.
Yeah, we have. Yeah. All is truly well.
Talking shit. I was just saying that's how it started for me.
Man, we ain't got to kiss our ass. Tell her what she wants to say. Yeah, you ain't got to kiss her ass, man. Tell her exactly what she wants to say.
Say it.
He was saying it, not me. He was saying it. Yeah, you ain't got to kiss her ass. Tell her exactly what she wants to say.
What?
Damn, so what you want to tell? What you want to say again, my nigga?
Say it.
This was a great interview.
Yeah.
Your security guard is talking.
What do I even press? I don't know. Life's always about perspective. It's so funny because all she did was sit on the ninja lap. But if I go to the comments, these ninjas gonna be up in arms about it. Shout out to the men, and that's where I say the male ego, man. Male ego's crazy. The male ego is crazy. They'll be like, man, this girl sat on this ninja lap, no comment. What is it? No decorum. Let me see. Brittany Renner, convert to Islam. Here we go.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness, but I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy.
Damn, she look good though. Can't even lie to you. Hey man, ladies, Hey, shout out to the women. Hold
know
on.
I'm messy.
Shout out to the women, bro. I gotta let y'all know, bro. Yeah, pretty privilege is a real thing, bro. You see a pretty girl, bro. Man, ladies, like I said, stick to the makeup and hair. Do what you gotta do, bro, to be pretty. Cause niggas just we wanna be nicer to you if you're pretty. Now I understand that there's other women that aren't as attractive. They're gonna hate on you. Accept the hate, bro. Stay away from them, bro. Cause the ninjas out here, we gonna take care of you if you're pretty. Here we go.
What made you choose Islam? I didn't. I am a human with very limited power and awareness, but I have learned that God selects who he wills for his mercy. So let's start there. For those
Oh shit, my bad.
a lot of you claim to know my life story, why I do what I do. Well, then you would know that for quite a while I've been suffering. When did you notice that my smile began to look like a strain? And when you noticed, did you reach out? Okay. I've been in search of the truth my whole life.
But what the hell, boy?
In the stars, astrology, numerology. But the truth is, the only guidance is God's guidance. And when you don't live for God, you live for others. My life has been a reflection of that. I have profited off my body, beauty, antics, often drunken, giving myself to the world, hoping for something back, wondering why I'm feeling empty, comfortable in my misery because I have known no other way. Mountains were moved in my life. We as humans would call them miracles, but to God, God will.
Now I'm here to tell you, she talk a good game. I'll tell you that much. She talk a good game. Let's continue.
And it is. It's not a miracle. It's another day at the office. At that point, how could I deny the truth? Because when those mountains started being moved, it was only because of prayer and acknowledging our Creator. That was the only difference. Islam is the only religion I've been drawn to. And when I got the call that it was time, I took my Shahada August 5th. Haven't looked back. All I know is utter devotion. So to put the hijab on, to change, it's nothing. Done. Allah has been answering my questions along the way. He called me to this faith for a reason. And I will not question it. You know when people say it would take an act of God? Okay, well, here you have it. And for those of you who are confused, I'm not surprised. Because most of you are double-minded. Man who is double-minded is unstable in all his ways. For once in my life, doing this for me, to be right in the eyes of Allah, to die in full submission to Allah when it's time, is my only goal.
But what the hell, boy?
I don't know. Y'all tell me what y'all think, bro. I don't know.
In whatever stage Allah calls me to, I would be much obliged to take the well of wisdom that I have acquired with me and to do what I've been called to do. Because I have been gifted this platform for a reason and I'm not going anywhere.
Let me see. Let me see.
Hello, everyone. I'm back and things look a little different. The last time I was in LA, my life was centered around mischief, and God doesn't like mischief.
Slap me. I make it worse by
Brittany Renner, she's so problematic. Being Muslim was never on my bingo card, but I was going through a lot of different hardships, and there were times I was praying multiple times a day for God to change my situation. And lo and behold, it happened. Things became a lot more amicable with my child's father. He got traded and he moved to Texas. It did open up that opportunity to leave North Carolina and take our son. And of course, you know, I had to come back to.
Yeah, I don't know. Saying all this and then getting with Kevin Gates and then let me see. Getting with Kevin Gates and then leaving him after 50 days. I don't know if Allah wanted that. Let's see, man.
Mr. Gates. Yeah. Are you guys married? Or is this like a yeah, I don't know. How does this, I mean, first of all, Kevin's the best. You got to keep her. He's a great guy. Very, very, very. Is he still? Are you guys? Is he going? Did you release his semen retention?
Okay, first of all, you guys like 3 questions. So,
Okay, well, first things first. He was. Did y'all hear what this ninja just said? Did y'all hear? That ninja said that you release his semen. I'm telling you, ninjas, boy.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Ninjas, boy. I understand you're a reporter, bro. Bro, what, bro? Crazy, bro.
He was doing semen retention last time I saw him. Has the retention been lifted?
Okay, well, that's a question you'd have to ask him.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying, bro? Like, bro. And this is why women, and look, this is why look, fellas, I'm not a simp. I love the women. Don't get me wrong. Yeah, I'm not a simp, right? But y'all would never convince me to sit there and side with you ninjas. When y'all ninjas do this, like do ish like this and expect women to still act ladylike when you ask them questions like this. How is she supposed to be ladylike when you asking her if she released the ninja semen retention? Ninja, come on, ninja.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
Come on, ninja. That's wild, bro. That's wild, bro. Here we go.
Married April 6th and divorced May 28th.
So you're divorced?
Yes. But there is a 90-day waiting period in Islam where it's basically you have 90 days to see if you're pregnant because then he would be responsible, right? And then also in those 90 days, it's for reconciliation because Allah wants you to stay married. And then during those 90 days, you are not to entertain anybody romantically. So what I will say is that Islam has made my life a lot easier. I think even with this transition and things changing. Right. Honestly, it's I don't think anybody gets married to not stay married. So I think my biggest thing for me is this is a nice 90-day reset, just focusing on myself and pouring into myself. And what I also will add is that I followed my heart, and that's more than what most people can say in this world. And I have no shame in that. That's why I'm here. BET Awards. As you can see, I'm out here on this blacktop by myself.
So what?
But what the hell, boy?
They probably invited you, bro.
Damn. So the divorce was a week ago.
Mm-hmm.
Damn, that sucks.
Many plan, but Allah is the best of planners. So I don't question that, and I don't feel like it's a sucky situation because what is meant to be is always going to be,
So you guys end up divorced, and now there's a 90-day cool-off period. If it
I don't know if this is true. Shout out to people who practice the Islamic religion, but if this is true, at least they're educating us, right? We got to look at it through a positive lens. At least they're educating us.
Child, or you happen to be with child?
No, I'm not with child.
You're not. Okay.
No,
okay. I don't know. That's what you said.
No. I'm saying that's what the time period is for. Yeah. That's why that's in place for that. So it's so basically, if you were to divorce and then he's like, oh, it's not mine. So there's the 3 cycles. That's kind of why it's 90 days. 3 cycles.
Yeah, bro.
Boy, what the hell, boy?
I don't know what to think. Y'all let us know what y'all think, bro. That's it for tonight's show. Shout out to you if you tune in, man. If you tune in, you are the resistance. You are the core. We're back in here tomorrow. Y'all know what it is, man. We stream 9 p.m. No, we stream 9 a.m. Between the time of 9 and 10. And between the time of 6 and 7 is when we start our streams, Central Time, people. So wherever you at, however you at, if anything, follow my page for more. Turn on your notifications. Let us know what you think in the comment section. Shout out to you if you tune in, man. You are the core. Shout out to our Adams. And for our ladies, shout out to our Eves. We appreciate all of you. We appreciate all of you. I'm Black Adam. I'm back in here tomorrow, man. Deuces. Yes, sir.